in cities in reaction to water scarcity, a trend that will only become acute in Iran, with arrests and the killing of at least 200 people, although human rights organizations say the number is much higher. There have also been internet outages and disruptions to cut the protesters' communication with the outside world. How dangerous are these protests for the Iranian regime? And where will they lead the nation into? In this video, I will explain
wat op het moment in Iran gebeurt, waarom protesten niet alleen over de dood aan minima gaan en waarom de situatie veel complexer is dan je denkt. Ja, dat willen we weten. Dat is een goede ding, toch?
The anti-government protests
voor de donkere nieuwe weer. Blijf je denken dat het Allah Akbar. Niks te maken met die andere dingen. Kun je met appels vergelijken.
What triggered the protests was the death of a young woman. Mahsa Amini, who also went by the name Gina, was with a family in Tehran from her home. When she was arrested on an accusation of violating the hijab law. The law went into effect in 1981 after the Islamic Revolution. Commonly flouted across the country. Amini died 3 days after detention, while in custody of the morality police, who enforced the country's strict Islamic rules. Iran's security forces issued a statement saying that Mrs. Amini had collapsed from a heart attack at the detention center. Her family disputed this claim, saying she was perfectly healthy before her arrest, according to news reports. A couple of weeks later, and the country is still in chaos. What started about the protests against the morality police is now growing into a wave of protests against the Iranian regime and the theocratic reforming country. But the political situation is more complicated than many believe. Amini belonged to the Kurdish minority. In the west of the country, the minority battles for autonomy rights for almost 80 years. Among Iran's 31 provinces, Kurdistan in the northwest is one of the free border regions, along with Khuzestan in the southwest and Sistan and Balochistan in the east, with volatile ethnic issues that have led to protests, strife and calls for autonomy and independence. Stability in Kurdistan is vital to security on the border with Iraq and maintaining territorial integrity. The province is a microcosm of challenges from Iran's many ethnic minorities. Iran and its neighbors have long perceived the Kurds as a threat due to their numbers, geographic distribution, and resistance to central authority. The Kurds are the fourth largest ethnic group in the Middle East. The fact that the protests erupted in these Kurdish regions first is no coincidence. The Kurds have long battled the grip of Tehran, which sees the minority as a disturbance. In order to crack down on the protests, the Iranian Air Force bombed Kurdish border towns in Iraq. As the government crisis in Iraq is unfolding, Tehran doesn't have to fear any response from the incapable government in Baghdad and Erbil. And the attacks are meant to be a message, not to the Kurds in Iraq, but the Kurds in their own country. The Iranian attack left that Kurdish groups have been helping to fuel demonstrations. Another important aspect that we should consider when we talk about the situation in Iran is the fact that many people didn't see their government in a good light in the first place. The fact that a Kurdish woman was targeted helped the protests to gain traction. It remains to be seen if the protests will widen in scale in the coming weeks. But in order to bring change, the help of oil workers, steel workers, or even the military is needed. For now, the scale of the protests isn't pointed. If none of these groups would really join, the situation could indeed get dangerous for the regime. In that case, we could see an even more aggressive reaction from the government, and subsequently, more deaths. But there are even more reasons why people are protesting. Iran is located in the driest of countries, an average rainfall of only 250 millimeters a year. In spite of its nearly 165 million hectares of land, only about 50 million of it are arable, with just 18 million hectares used for farming. As drought and other repercussions of climate change strains Iran agriculture, leading occasionally to unrest. The sector is also struggling with a growing population, decades of unsustainable socio-economic development and mismanagement. Confronting a situation that has steadily deteriorated over the past, Iranian authorities have turned to